Hey everybody, it's Chugga Conroy. Welcome back to more EarthBound. Last time, we joined the mysterious, dapper, and dashing, and very nerdy, Jeff, who is from the northern continent of Foggyland, more specifically the country of winters. I'm just filling this with all sorts of adjectives and oddly descriptive things, but we broke out of school for the express mission of saving Ness and Paula. We began our journey to head south, and this time, we continue said journey now that we're on the other side of Lake Tess, the first of many obstacles standing in our way. I want to be quiet for a moment, because I want to let you hear Winter's theme. But this gruff goat's not going to let me. I was wanting you to hear it because it is one of my favorite themes out there. Then again, the whole game is my favorite theme, let's be real. I just had a lot to say before, and I already let you listen to the snowman theme, so I didn't really want to overdo it before, so don't worry. It's not that I didn't like the Winter's theme, I just wanted to give it a little bit of time since we talked about the last one. Jeff grew to level 5, we're delaying everything! Actually, maybe we shouldn't. We're about to go into a cave. I'll let you hear it in a moment. This dungeon has no entrance fee. Come on in. That's nice. I always hate that whenever dungeons charge me for things. Oh god, they were prophetic about microtransaction games, weren't they? Welcome to my modest dungeon. Brick Road. This is a very basic by-the-numbers kind of dungeon that is just the same rock placed over and over again to create a maze. We got rowdy mice, and considering rowdy mice when you're fighting by yourself are a dangerous thing, we really want that bubble monkey to get a smash attack, please. No? Alright, well, we made it okay anyway. Gain 34 experience points, not bad. And what is behind box number 1? There's a bread roll inside. Jeff takes it. Good. Gonna need lots of healing items because I really don't like fighting rowdy mice. I believe that all the enemies here are designed in place, as in they have 100% spawn rates. Speaking of which, the Mad Duck! Look at that face. Just look at it. Look at it, I said. It has a few attacks. It can disrupt your senses, which normally makes you unable to use psychic moves. So it's about as useful as it looks. It can make something spin around. Yeah, okay, that takes away your PP. It can fall down and do nothing, or it can peck at your eyes, which doesn't do as much damage as you might expect from a spiteful crow. They're pretty funny. I'm a little bit surprised that Mad Ducks never became a meme, actually. I was always thinking that they would, and I've seen a few attempts over the years to meme them, where people have tried photoshopping them into images and stuff, but nothing really ever took off, and it's surprising because it has just the doofiest little sprite. Everyone I've ever talked to who knows what the Mad Duck is loves the thing and thinks it's one of the best enemies out there. I tried to do something a little bit amusing there because we are fighting the worthless protoplasm. It doesn't do a lot either. It calls other worthless protoplasms, which that's all it can call, and all they do is attack very weakly and make themselves feel strange. If there is an experience grinding enemy in any part of Winters, this is definitely it. I say that as I'm actually having trouble with it. Okay, he sized up the situation, made himself feel strange. Wait a minute, I'm missing! After I just said that your shoot cannot miss, I'm missing. Maybe the pop gun doesn't follow the same. Thank God! What is going on? What is actually going on here? How do I? Oh wait, duh! I understand now. Whenever it says just missed, that means that the attack missing was your fault, as in the weapon accuracy is what caused it. Whereas, if it says so-and-so dodged quickly or something like that, it means that their speed is what caused it. There are two things that can cause attack to miss. Jeff will never be the cause of an attack missing. That's what it is. We'll go over here, open up this present, and get a broken iron. So you get another item for us to repair. And I want to pull off a bit of a funny trick here. If I can. There's the Mad Duck. Watch for falling materials. Brick Road. Clever! Pictures taken instantaneously. I'm a photographic genius if I do say so myself. Okay, get ready for instant memory. Look at the camera. Ready, say, Fuzzy Pickles! Okay, I forgive you for the leaf incident. There's a mad duck in this picture, so it's automatically the best picture we have ever taken. Do 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 do. Ba-da 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 ba ba. Croissant inside. I was saying I would let you listen to some music, darn it. Worthless protoplasms. I've been trying to pull it off the last couple of times, but haven't been able to. They use the present sprite on the field, and if you press the L button just before encountering them, you can actually open them. It doesn't do anything, but it is kind of amusing when you can actually pull it off. Speaking of amusing and worthless protoplasms and pointless trivia, the worthless protoplasms, you guessed it, in Japan are called something different. What are they called, you might wonder? What do I matter anyway? I wish they kept that name. The enemy names can clearly be very long in this version. It's actually kind of impressive how long the enemy names are and the item names are, because that is not typical at all of things of the era. I just wish they kept it. Fight one more Ratty Mouse. And to further feed into people's bias of everything is better in Japan, this place is known as the low-budget dungeon over there. Again, I think a much better name. Let's eat a bread roll. I am very low on inventory. I promise I will never take Paula for granted ever again. We can get rid of the pop gun and equip the stun gun to give ourselves a little bit more attack. We don't ever need the pop gun again. Unfortunately, I can never go back to that locker to get another one. So that one is just going to be left on the ground. But we can rest assured that if there's ever an emergency in which Maxwell Labs needs a weapon, there will be a pop gun in that locker waiting for him. Hello, Maxwell Labs here. Oh, hello, Jeff. Would you like me to keep a record of your journey? You bet I would. I'm not wanting to take a break, though. We're just barely getting started. Go for it, bad boy. Way to go. Please come back again. Brick Road. Aw, most places would have a boss. This place gives you reading. Something even more terrifying. Maybe it was too easy. My name's Brick Road, the dungeon developer. I've devoted my life to making dungeons. Well, by combining my skills and Dr. Andonuts' intelligence, I can become Dungeon Man, the first combination of human and dungeon in history. Let's meet again once I have become Dungeon Man. Would you like to get a good night's rest? Take care. Come back again. Thought I'd go back inside to see if I could make the worthless protoplasm respawn to get another shot at opening his field sprite, but to no avail. Now it's time to listen to the Winter's theme as promised. I love it when the song gets a chance to play all the way through, but it rarely does because the first segment is so populated with enemies. Second segment has you going into the cave immediately, and now the third segment has you going into yet another cave almost immediately. Starting off this cave, we got more recycled enemies that are no different from how they were before, the Rowdy Mouse and the Attack Slug. I think the Rowdy Mouse is the clear larger threat, which is why Bubble Monkey attacked the other one. Thanks for that, buddy. Appreciate ya. We were able to quite literally one-shot him, so that was good. And I feel like kind of a jerk for shooting a slug. Then again, I don't know what that says about my character, considering I didn't feel bad about shooting goats and dogs and mice before this, so, I don't know why slugs set off that feeling. That's a little weird, and I am getting first attacks that I don't deserve on an extremely regular basis. Come on, Jeff. All right. So I was able to hit there. Now I'm paying attention to see if my shooting misses because now I'm looking out for it and it's making me rather nervous. Now that I know that I was wrong about that, I'm curious. Is it a trait unique to the worthless protoplasm, perhaps? Got a hamburger, which I thought I was done getting. It makes me so self-conscious. I'm going to show you another trick here. So Rowdy Mice we've seen only move when you move. If you can like, yeah, You can see that I am stepping very lightly. This is a speedrunning tactic known as stutter skipping, and you can skip enemies that only move when you move, because if you move very slightly, they will not react to your movements. Mildly useful whenever you need to get things very quickly, though I think it doesn't really save time in a lot of situations, so use it sparingly. Jeff grew to level 8 in that fight. I'll take IQ and get more max HP. I appreciate those of you that have been very supportive and comforting and telling me that the way that I say hamburger isn't weird. I'm really trying, and, like, you know, I appreciate the positive sentiment of people saying, like, oh, come on, you don't say it weird, but I'm self-conscious about it, and it's weird. It's one of those ideas that my friends have put into my head, and I can't get it out. Speaking of things that get in your head and can't get out, the struttin' evil mushroom. This looks identical to the ramblin' evil mushroom, but it does not have the ability to mashermize. I don't know if that makes me happy or sad. On one hand, I am by myself. On the other hand, it's kind of sad. These do drop cookies instead of ketchup packets, so they are different in that respect as well. Personally, I would prefer the ketchup packet with how we just picked up a you-know-what. I'm leaving it at that. Go over here. Ooh, cool, a crystal. Ah, this isn't a traditional RPG, so it's not integral to our quest. A bottle rocket. Okay. I've held off on talking about this a little bit. Jeff starts with a big bottle rocket in his inventory. And there is a normal variety one right there. The big bottle rocket, item for Jeff, fires a fast, powerful bottle rocket, gone after one use. These are one-use attacking items that are far more powerful than the bomb. Definitely something that separates him from the rest. As bombs can be used by anyone, bottle rockets can only be used by Jeff. Jeff grew to level 9. Not that exciting of a level up. I'll take it, though. 3 HP is better than 0. It's like infinity times better. I seem to make that comparison a lot lately. I'm just kind of getting into the shoes of Jeff and being a math nerd. I was that one weirdo in school who actually liked math, so I can definitely relate to Jeff on multiple levels. Cheap bracelet. What do I want to get rid of? I kind of want to hang on to the insecticide spray for novelty's sake. I could throw away the ruler or the protractor, but I don't want to do that. It sounds stupid, and you certainly should not hang on to these items, but I have reasons for why I'm hanging on to them. How much does a boiled egg heal? I remember it was good. Yeah, 40 HP, that's going to be the lesser of the two. Guessing that's the lunch he packed for tomorrow whenever he was going to go to school. Put on that cheap bracelet, get a little tankier, and leave that mushroom in the dust. Thank you. I gotta say, I'm impressed with Bubble Monkey. Usually his whole laggy behind it... As soon as I say it! As soon as I say it! Usually he gets you into fights, and because he turns and faces different directions to scout around and stuff like that, he gets you into fights you otherwise wouldn't get into, and so often he just happens to be facing in the very wrong direction to get you back attacked. As soon as I'm commending him for that not happening, he does it. Bubble Monkey's weird movement is definitely a reason to not run away from enemies and just take them head on, because it's often better than the alternative. No problem here. No problem here. What you have to do for this part is something that I see a lot of people get stuck on. This is another thing that I would compare to the pencil eraser. I don't think it's that bad, but I've seen people walk back and forth through this cave many times. Bubble Monkey took out a piece of bubble gum, chewed it, and started blowing. It's just weird because you've had to use this ability a couple other times, and never once did you have to go into your inventory and use the item. It was enough to just walk into the right spot or check something. So I can see how it'd be a little confusing. I just don't think it's that bad. And oh, whoopee, a magic butterfly. Jeff, I'm so glad it made you relax. Jeff grew to level 10. 2 unexciting ones in a row. Only Nest can absorb the power of this place. Jeff, you better save him. Otherwise, that's going to be really cruddy design that they teased that and never followed up on it. Kayuki Kuki! Yeah, now she's my type. Kikukyuke, I think I'll ask her for a date. can't believe you left me for her. I mean, maybe you're into exposed butts, I don't know. But, that monkey, I don't know how I came to believe this, but that character has no name. That monkey with the bow is just simply known as Bubble Monkey's girlfriend. That is all she is known as officially, yet somehow, when I was a kid, I thought that character's name was Monokoma, and yeah, that's a little funny looking back on it now. You kids don't look very bright, let me explain. These stones are making a pattern. It is called Stonehenge. UFOs often visit here. You must have seen it on TV or read about it in the tabloids. Yes, that Stonehenge. Well, sir, you don't look very bright because I'm not kids, I'm singular. Jeff looks like he's really pestering this guy with how his eyes are like shifting right above his head. Well, we go down and we arrive at a lab, which I obligatorily have to tell you that it said labo in Japanese and had a lot more things on the roof for whatever reason. I remember that was the first time I ever heard the Japanese term labo, and I remember I thought it sounded like a clown. You know, Labo the clown. Just me? Okay. Instant revitalizing device. In only a few seconds, this machine fully revitalizes you, just like a good night's sleep. At least they have the common courtesy to rest us up for free here. With, going upstairs, we have a broken pipe. And I have too much stuff. That's gonna be all my healing items, isn't it? I'm sorry, buy insecticide spray. I don't want to have no healing options. I'll take that. And before we see what this lab is about, I want to go back outside. Because now that we are fully healed up, I can talk to you about how Foggyland, similar to how Eagleland is a Japanese interpretation of what America must be like, this, now with Stonehenge in it, we can see that Foggyland is meant to be an interpretation of what England must be like. So, yeah, America is not the only one susceptible to commentary. And we have a new enemy, the Cave Boy! You know, referencing the English. Cave Boys are a very powerful type of enemy. You might want to use your bottle rockets against them if you have not thought about it already. I'm going to live a little dangerously. They're extremely slow on the field. You can easily avoid them if you get them stuck on stuff. And I think they have about 200 HP. Okay, they're attacking. Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Should I have anything else I can do at all? I could use the defense spray, but I'm not at full health. It's probably not gonna do me any good. You know what? We're going for it. We're going all in. He missed, good. He has pretty slow speed, so he does miss quite a bit. Come on, please! No, 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 no! That's what I get for trying. I chose not to save because I wanted to get a move on, and saving in the middle of a recording is not a smart idea. Grew to level 11, I'm insta-killing everything on the way to Stonehenge. Could you imagine if I dropped the burger? Yeesh. Let's try again. We will do it on the same one because I want to pound your blatant prehistoric toupee into the ground. We'll use the bottle rocket this time. That went wonderfully. Come on. I don't want to use my big bottle rocket. I don't want to use it. Come on. Please miss. They miss a lot. They also hit a lot. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I need to get out of here. I have not talked about how running away works. It is based on the fastest member of your party, and it gets easier and easier to do with each passing turn of battle. So in desperate situations like that, it's good, but for just using on the first turn of a battle, it's not. Like I've said, you can get away from a battle if you get a first attack 100% of the time. That is the one exception to that rule. I got 75 max HP. I'm up for the challenge. Even if I have no healing items, I'm still gonna do it. Give me 35. I'll take 21. I'll give you 43. And you'll raise me 0. Well, I'm going to up the blind to 33, and you're chickening out. You are folding, buddy. You are really folding. You must have a crummy hand dealt to you in this life. Oh, wow. It's kind of amazing what loading into an alternate timeline does for you. Come on. 35. Yes! The reason why I wanted to do this is to show you that cave boys are, I think, the experience grinding enemy. There is a point where you can save and a point where you can fully heal. Jeff doesn't have any money to lose, so there's not much penalty for dying. And you might as well try. Plus, they drop picnic lunches. I grew to level 12. Got 3 offense, 2 defense, speed 1, IQ 2, luck 2, and max HP 3, and nothing else because I don't have any PP. What'd you forget? I don't want to use that right away. I'm gonna go. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I take back everything I said. I am not going back that way. I would not at all describe this portion of the game as hard. It's just that the cave boys are a little bit rough if you choose to fight them. You can easily avoid them if you don't, and I definitely recommend that if you don't care about grinding anything, that you don't. I just thought maybe I would stock up on picnic lunches because there is a free repository of them here, and as you can see, you can probably take them if you just have a little bit of speed built up. Yeah, really nice and simple. Come on. Grab another one. And grow to level 13. Now, we heard back in Snowwood Boarding House that Tessie was a model placed in the river, and we've seen that. We've heard that people have claimed to actually have seen the cave boys around Stonehenge, and we've seen that. But we also heard that Stonehenge had a secret path leading somewhere. And what do you know? All legends are true. For some reason, something that looks like a very large iron eraser is in the way. In Japan, it was a limbless doll. There, I said it. Didn't level up off of that one. I'm gonna choose to not fight anymore, just because I feel like I'm pretty solid right now. Rock solid, in fact. The cave boys have one other attack. It's a shout that lowers offense and defense. Pretty dangerous if they do it more than once, but it seems to be pretty rare. Now to see what this lab is all about. Mr. Brick Road, the dungeon maker, referred you, right? And not only that, what? Who? My son? Oh, I can't believe it. You're Jeff, my son. It's been maybe 10 years since I last saw you. I'm so glad you're such a healthy boy. Those glasses look good on you. How about a donut? Sure. Well, I was only offering. I'd also like a donut right about now. Have you already checked out Stonehenge? Well, at least I asked. Okay. By the way, why are you here? Oh, I see. That girl named Paula must have sensed I was here. Okay, I'll try to help you out. I'm trying to make a phase distorter that can connect 2 points in space and time. It's still incomplete. I'll let you use another invention I call the Sky Runner. It's a little bit old, but it'll certainly help. When you're bored, always listen for the message that comes from your destination. You'll get there for sure if you listen to the message. The round machine over there is the Sky Runner. What do you think? Isn't it neat? Get in! Let's get together again in 10 years or so. Let's get together again in 10 years or so. I relate to Jeff on more levels than just being a math nerd. Speaking as somebody who never really had the healthiest relationship with his dad because he considered, we'll say, other things more important than his family, I kinda like the fact that they explore things like this, where Jeff has not seen his dad in 10 years, he doesn't have any other parent present in the picture, and his dad just honestly seems kind of dismissive of what Jeff's doing. He doesn't seem to hate him by any means, but just kind of doesn't really seem to understand the importance of family. And everyone at school thinks like, oh my gosh, your father is Dr. Ananut's, like, you know, like, wow, like, you are the coolest. And, you know, when you know somebody on that kind of level, maybe they're really not so great. It's something that I always really appreciated them exploring. Besides, the lab's theme is great and you should totally go listen to it. I just didn't want to pause things yet again for music. What happened? It's not moving. Hey, why don't you try pressing the button on the controller? He means actually a button on a controller. And we're off! It's called the Skywalker in Japan. Okay, I'll try to cool it with those. It's just that these past 2 areas have been very, very rich with those little bits of trivia, and I like talking about them because they're very interesting. So interesting, in fact, and there's so many of them that someone wrote a book about the whole thing. Don't believe me? Look it up. It's a very good book and where I learned a lot of things from. The car alarm makes the entrance. Man, oh man, did that ever scare me? The Skyrunner, I guess it took a little damage while landing. Oh well. You didn't have to explain a thing. I'm Jeff. I came because you called me. I'm not very strong, really nearsighted, kind of shy, and I tend to be a little reckless. This is just the way I am. I hope you'll want me to be your friend, okay? No! So, why did you call me? Are you just making fun of me? This is just the way I am. I hope you want me to be your friend, okay? Oh, sure, fine. All right, let's get back to the journey then. Jeff joins up. It's impossible to fix. For the time being. With Jeff in the party, thank you for bringing the bad key machine all this way. Next time on EarthBound. With the friend that we were destined to meet here in Threed, we see if we can brighten up this place with our own little brand of sunshine. See you guys then.